Hey YouTube. I'm on my way to the chiropractor. I'm very excited. I haven't done a car video in a hot minute. I like the car videos just because they're natural lighting and stuff, but I almost always have my kids. Right now I don't have my kids. I'm headed to the chiropractor. I have a couple other stops that I have to make while I'm out and about. It's a good day. You know what I mean? I'm determined to make it a good day. I just was gonna chat about something for a minute, like something that, I don't know, it might be a little controversial. I hope it's not. But I just want to start off by saying, like, before you start off, or I shouldn't say it like that. It's probably not everybody, but like for me, before I started off on my motherhood journey, I had thoughts and feelings about what it would be like, you know, stuff like this. It's not going where you think it is. I'm not going down the rabbit hole of, oh my gosh, I was so shocked. Like, no, but what I mean is, like, you start out wondering what your family is going to look like. And am I going to have girls? Am I going to have boys? Am I going to have both? Like, I want both, you know, I want both. Okay, so then we embark on the journey. Life gets in the way, right? Life gets in the way. COVID for us, COVID happened in the middle of like having like a baby, and we're older. We started losing like close family members that needed like time and attention in a way, you know, just a lot of stuff went on. So when we started out, my husband would have been fine having no kids. Kind of, you know, he was basically, he had just accepted in his mind that there was a chance that there was going to be no children for him. I, on the other hand, was like, yeah, I'm going to have some kids, you know, like that's just how I am. And I want more than one because I have 3 half brothers, but also I spent a lot of my time by myself. I just did. So, needless to say, I was like, I don't want to have an only child. Not that I think there's anything wrong with only children. It's just the way that I felt about it. I wanted more than one kid. So, my husband's like, okay, 2, whatever. So, we have our first one, and then COVID hits. And then we're coming into this reality and this realization of how scary life is. And maybe we're only going to have one. And I was trying to accept that. And I was really trying to accept that and be fine with that. And then things got a little looser, a little easier. We decided to try for a second one, had the second one. At this point, we have 2 girls, right? So we have 2 girls. My husband is in shock and disbelief that we have 2 girls, no boys. Obviously, we were supposed to have all boys because he has 2 brothers. I have 3 brothers. Neither one of us have sisters. It's just, you know, it's like, so we're going to have boys. Well, you know, over the course of all of this time, before you start out, you know, it's like, when are you going to get married? When are you going to have kids? Everybody has opinions. Everybody has thoughts about it. Everybody, you know, and then even whenever you have kids, maybe this is not everybody's experience, but it was mine. There's going to be certain people in your life that have opinions about the gender of child that you have. Like, it's very strange. It's very strange, the people's outlook on the gender of the baby that you have. I have always been in the camp of course I wanted both. Of course I really wanted a girl. And I did not face the reality of potentially never having a girl. I didn't, because I had 2 girls. So I don't know how I would have been if I would have had 2 boys and then been like, I may never have my girl. You know, I don't know. I can't speak to that. I know a lot of people who can. And I am sympathetic towards them. Like, I'm not trying to be like a jerk at all. But now I have this other odd juxtaposition, because being a girl mom, you just get a lot of people telling you their opinions about how, like, sad it is too that you'll never have a boy, because you'll never know that love of a boy, how boys are so much closer to their moms. And like, so I've been hearing this for a while now. Like, I've been hearing this, and to the boy moms out there, I'm close to very close to a couple boy moms, and I'm very excited for them that they are boy moms. Like, I don't really have a dog in that fight, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, every time we had a baby, I was just like, be grateful for whatever it is. I was thrilled that I got my girl, for sure, but I will also say, as up till this point, a exclusively girl mom, I have very different relationships with both my girls. Very different. We're all very close. It's not that, but I definitely, like, I have a daddy's girl and I have a mommy's girl. My daddy's girl is starting to gravitate towards me a little bit more, and so honestly, we're navigating our relationship because that's new-ish. But I don't want to, like, prohibit that in any way, because I just want to be my kids' moms. But you're gonna have different relationships with them. But the stark difference in my relationships just between my daughters, I'm like, I've always been like, it's not a gender thing, you know, but, you know, I can't speak to it yet because I don't have a boy yet. I have a boy. I'm growing a boy, but he's not here yet, okay? So, but here's what I'm finding as people are finding out, because I announce, you know, on social media and stuff like that. I announced, and so a lot of people know, but we all know the algorithm, stuff like that. Not everybody has seen my post. So I'm getting out and about, and obviously I'm very obviously pregnant. So everybody's, oh my gosh, you know. So what I'm finding now is what I'm getting from people, especially, and I think what bothers me, and maybe it shouldn't because I'm not in that camp yet, but it's especially from women who have both genders. It's like, what are you having? Oh, I'm having a boy. It's our first and only boy, because this is our last baby and stuff, you know, so, like, you know, it's that. And I'm doing this video because I had another one of these conversations yesterday, just with a woman that I was making an appointment on the phone with. Never met her in my life, don't know her. And so maybe that's why she felt okay to be as, like, bold and blunt as she was being. Like, she was very nice, very nice. So I'm not trying to, like, poo-poo anybody for their opinions or telling me these things, because overall it's very supportive. But what I'm saying is it's very odd, because what I'm running into now is these women that, like I said, have both, but they're going, oh, you just wait. Having a boy is going to change your life. You think you love your girls? No, it's night and day difference. Girls are so much harder than boys. Girls are sassy, you know, and all this. And I mean, yeah, you know, I'm raising 2 girls. I know what they're like. But like I said, I have a mama's girl, and we're, you know, I don't know. I feel like we're pretty tight. And so, but it's like, oh, no, you'll never know until you have that boy. And I'm telling you, that's your boy for life, and it's this and it's that, which is funny because my husband is still very close with his family, and his brothers are pretty close to his parents too, and so there's a lot of interaction there. But in my lifetime, what I've seen a lot is that girls stick close to their families and the boys kind of, like, do their own thing. So I think it just depends on the dynamics of the family and what everybody does. But truly, like, what I have been getting a lot of is just, you have no idea. Just wait. That boy, you're going to enjoy your boys so much more than you enjoy your girls. I find comments like that to be a little weird. They are a little off-putting to me right now as an exclusively, like, I'm raising 2 girls. And I'm like, I don't want to be like that. You know what I mean? Not that I'm saying anything against these lovely women that are trying to be supportive and nice to me, but I'm like, what a way to say it, you know? Anyway, so if you had anything like that, if there's been any commentary, or if you have any thoughts, feel free to leave them down below. I mean, I'm getting them anyway, so whatever. But just leave them down below. I'm excited to have a boy. It's not that I'm not. And I know there's differences between boys and girls, but, like, I don't know. This is kind of weird. It'll be interesting to see how life unfolds and what I think about it. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next. I have to run into the chiropractor. I'll see you next time. Bye.